Hello, I am Zena Farhat from The Happiness Way, and today we're going to see 10 points on how to attract your soulmate, the love of your life, how to deeply be in love. Of course, it will be always a lifetime of points, but first let's attract the soulmate. So the first point really is to love yourself. We're going to say I always talk about loving ourselves, but it's a key element. When you love yourself, for example, you do healthy choices. When you eat healthy, for example, vegetables, you attract more photons. When you are in love with yourself, because it's important to be in love with yourself, you will allow people to be in love with you. And you will believe people who are in love with you. Sometimes some people, I have a friend, each time a man would fall really in love with her, she would think maybe I can have better. So as if he wouldn't be good enough to be in love with her. So really fall in love with yourself. When you are in love with yourself, you also think that you are enough the way you are. Not after anything, just be in love with yourself right now. So just do the mirror work again. Say to yourself, you love yourself, pamper yourself, take care of your inner child, and follow your heart. Just do things that make you happy. When you are happy, you also attract life. When you are grateful, you attract people. People are always attracted to people who are full of light, who are full of joy. So it can't happen if you think, oh, I'm not good enough, or you are always looking at outside references, especially today, if you are listening to those, looking at those social networks, you can really have a lot of issues because it's not the reality, you know. And it's not about anything really outside of us vibrating love, because otherwise you wouldn't see people who are not so beautiful be in love with a perfect person. You wouldn't see people who are not educated be in love with a perfect person. You wouldn't see people who are broke be in love with a perfect person. Falling in love with yourself has nothing to do with anything external, that just making the choice. Also, when you are in love with yourself, you can be in love with others, and you can start be of service to others to make yourself happier. But that's another story. When you are in love with yourself, you allow yourself to be really who you are. People don't like to fall in love with copies. If you're trying just to be like everyone, then if you're not being yourself really, how can someone fall in love with you? Maybe he would be in love with the real self. And if you're trying to be like everyone else, after a while you will not sustain it, and you might miss the right person. When I was going to my first date with my husband, who is now my husband, but who was just the first time I was going to see this man, all my friends and even my parents, everyone told me to hide something about my personality. A friend told me, do not laugh like you laugh usually. My parents told me, don't tell him that you are Buddhist, maybe it might scare him, and other things. So after all, I went to this date and I just was myself. I even didn't put so much makeup or made any effort. And the guy loved me for who I was. That was quite something. By the way, when you find the right person, you know, in your past relationships, maybe people will tell you, oh, you were like that or like this, that's why it didn't work. But when it's the right person will love you exactly the way you are. You won't have to pretend or to hide or whatever. You know, there's someone who's searching just exactly who you are, and you are searching also him. So be sure that he's searching for you or she's searching for you, and you're gonna find her, and get ready, you know. So to be ready, be in love with yourself and be your unique you know, dress up the way you like, follow your heart, go jump on the trampoline if you like, let your inner child free. It will for sure make a difference. So also a choice for something is always a choice against something. If you don't know what you want and you just choose whatever comes, you will not be ready to attract, to be receptive when the right thing happens. Okay. Also, by being the unique you and loving yourself, you will have a higher self-esteem. And when you have a higher self-esteem, you can do better choices and not accept just whatever comes because you're so desperate. You're not desperate. You are first in love with yourself. So when you are in love with yourself, you have enough love that you can just wait for the right person, kind of, and just choose someone who will recognize who you really are and what you have to do. Believe in yourself. You are enough right now, okay? You deserve love just because you deserve love, not because you have a degree or you are tall or you are slim or you are whatever. You just deserve love. We all are here to be in love, to be fulfilled. Voila. The best way and the fastest way to attract love is through the feeling. Like everything in life, first you have to feel it inside and then it will appear in your life. So when I was searching for love, I found love. I was 29 and he was just exactly who I wanted. Why? I did a lot of work on the feeling. So I read, in the beginning, I read The Secret and how you have to like hold your pillow and imagine you're in love and someone is really in love with you. I would try to make some space in my wardrobe to imagine if someone come to my life, how will I show him that there's a place for him. If he can't put a pen, then of course he won't stay. So before you sleep, just feel the feeling of being in love. And you know how it is when you are so in love, people start, you start attracting people all of a sudden. You know, as soon as, I don't know if it happened to you, as soon as you are in a relationship, all of a sudden, you attract more and more people. It's because you vibrate this love. So if you manage to do it just by being with yourself, it will be the same. People will all of a sudden think about you and contact you, and you will attract the same vibration you are living with. Also, when you have this feeling of love, you attract more light. Again, we are all attracting. We love people who attract. Okay. When we have light, we attract. We are more. I don't know how to speak anymore. And also be happy for people in the way of increasing the feeling. Be happy for people who are in love. Sometimes you see people who don't want to go around, people who are in love because they are alone, so it kind of bothers them. But when it bothers them, they are really saying that they have a lack of love and then they can't attract it. It's the opposite. You should be around it with people in love and think, okay, that's how it feels to be in their shoes. And just imagine also having someone having those little attentions for you or whatever. If you're kinesthetic, someone hugging you. If you are auditive, someone telling you that they love you. Or if you are visual, someone bringing you flowers or making a breakfast. Just imagine how the feeling and just be happy as if it was happening to you. Also, for the feeling, please stop watching sad movies. Stop watching movies where they're cheating all the time. Stop listening to those sad songs and then feeling heartbroken. No, we want to listen to beautiful love stories that finish very well. We want to listen to music of love songs. That's the thing to do. We have to create and increase the feeling, and the more the feeling is inside, and the faster it will come, inevitably. You can't stop it. Also, for the feeling, we said that when you ask for something, believe that you have received it. So we're going to do things as if it was the last time that we're doing them as a single. So we will enjoy all the things we can do as single, because many things you will miss maybe, okay? Or not, but, choosing alone your movie, going for a walk, I don't know, do things that you love to do by yourself, okay? As if it's the last time, because then you will have your lover always there, as much as you want. Some people don't want them always there, but your own way of happiness. Then, point 6, be your own coach, okay? If you want to find love, and if someone, you go for a blind date and the guy doesn't call you, and when you go home you're like, oh, it's probably because I am like this, or I said this. No, we don't want. Imagine if you call your best friend and your best friend tells you, "Oh, he didn't call you back because you were so annoying." It wouldn't be a good best friend. You want a best friend who says, "He's not the right guy for you. The right guy is waiting for you. That's why there was no match. You're just going to the next chapter." So be careful very well to your inner speech. You have to tell every day yourself, you are amazing, you are fantastic, and everyone wants to be with you. Your love of your life is searching exactly for you. Not your friend, not anyone, just you, with even your little. If you're a maniac, he'll love it. If you're a bit messy, he'll love it. Of course, we can always improve ourselves and do efforts to, like, that's what I was saying. Do things as if it's the last time, but also get ready. When you're in love, will you still do things the same way? If not, start preparing really to be the perfect other half, you know? You can maybe try to cook something new for your next date. Imagine what you would do when he's here and prepare to receive it. You know, like in this book, I always talk about the books of Florence Kovalchine. She talks about how this woman bought a man's sofa into her house just to make sure that to attract him. She had a hunt. So you have to follow your instinct on what you have to do in order to find the love of your life, and start affirming it. You know, about be your own coach. What do you keep on repeating? Do you keep on repeating, all the good guys are taken? Or all the free guys are gay? I don't know. What do you say to yourself? I mean, if you're gay, you're happy that they are gay, because then there's a match. I'm talking to everyone here. So what do you tell people? What do you tell yourself? So you'll start affirming, the love of my life is searching for me. There's a perfect guy waiting for me. There's a perfect girl who will do everything I love. Absolutely everything. 7, choose with your heart, not with your head. Yeah. Many people choose with their head. That's why they fail sometimes, you know. Because your heart is not conditioned by society to choose. If you choose with your heart, your heart knows into the future. Your heart is not binary. He just knows. He doesn't give explanations. So when you have a hint to the things, just go there. Just follow your heart and choose with your heart. Choose someone who makes you vibrate, you know, someone who makes you laugh, someone you don't see the time going with. Okay, but the best way to follow your heart also is to kind of program your subconscious mind. So the 8th point is write what you want, but there's a rule. You will not say, I will be in love. You have to say, I am in love with a great man, so in the great woman right now, and you will use the positive form, never what you don't want, always what you want, and you will use the 5 senses. What you smell, what you touch, what you see, what you hear. You're going to use all the senses, and when you have a very clear picture, then you know that you are going to attract it. It's in a book called Unlimited Power by Anthony Robbins that I learned this. This is a PNL tactic, and also it's in the law of attraction, just vibration. The more you visualize, the more you see it, the more you can attract it. Ninth point, know yourself. So when you know yourself, what prevents you, there's something called the secondary benefits. Some people say they want to be in love, but actually they are afraid of being in love. So what are you afraid of? What are the secondary benefits? Sometimes you think, if I get married, I'm going to lose all my freedom. I don't want that. Then, even though you feel like being in love, but you're inside of you, you're so happy to be free. You don't want to lose that. So maybe it's a good idea to find what you're afraid of, about, and just turn it and start affirming. I can be in love and completely free with someone, respecting my boundaries, respecting my hobbies, respecting me the way I love. Maybe you're afraid to be heartbroken. So just see what are those beliefs and where you created them. Is it from what you saw? Is it from movies? What is it? Where does it come from? So there's a work to self-analyze. Also, when I was doing the work to fall in love, I realized while reading a book that I had no self-esteem. I thought that I wasn't good enough, so I was asking for someone who would accept me the way the way I was. And when I understood that, I started affirming I will find someone who will love me the way I am. He will love everything about me. Voila. 10th point, check if you have past traumas. When we have some shocks, some traumas, we have balls of energy that go into the body. Through kinesiology, we can remove them. But if we have many, we create a heart wall. And then we have difficulty to open up and to let anyone love us. So there are ways to remove them. There's something called the emotion code to remove heart walls, but you can also breathe, affirm that I am free from any past trauma, I am happy now, and I am open and receptive to the love of my life. I hope this video will help you to find love, to find your soulmate, because whatever we want, we can create through our mind. We can remove those blockages, we just have to know that we can do it at any time of our life. There's no time limit, there's no space limit, there's nothing that can prevent us from just being our higher self, just love, but we have to love ourselves now, deeply, and thank ourselves and say that we can have it and can do it. I thank you very much for listening. Please add the page Z, like Zena, See Happiness Way, and share if you like with your friends who are searching for their soulmate. Namaste.